It is time to cover the best price performance deal for this season when it comes to gaming laptops. And this time around, we're gonna look at this one. This is the Gateway 15-inch Creators Edition Walmart Special, the best price performance. Why did I call it that? $650 for RTX 2060 and Core i5-10300H. At the moment, this one sells for $699, which I still believe is an incredible deal. And those of you that are on the market to find a cheap, reasonably cheap gaming laptop should go ahead and grab this one because I absolutely love what they did with this. Hey guys, welcome back to a Hardware Sense channel. My name is Ivan. Like I mentioned earlier, we're gonna look at this Gateway, the return of the Gateway, what I like to call. This one has a special place in my heart. I was a huge fan of Gateway for back in the old days, and now they're back on it, selling at Walmart. The Gateway brand was bought by Acer, but this specific one is not Acer built, it's actually Tongfeng, the highly regarded chassis that a lot of companies are using, much more expensive ones like electronics. And let's see if actually is up to the standards of these and what they're offering for less than $700 when it comes to performance. But I have a big expectation that this is going to be my new favorite price performance just because of these specs. We have the RTX 2060 and we have a newer generation Core i5 plus fast NVMe drive and 120 Hz screen IPS, which makes a big difference. I'm glad they didn't put some 60 Hz screen here to kind of tank our performance, but we're gonna have a separate video with game testing and all that stuff. Right now, we're gonna go into the unboxing and some early tests. All right, Gateway Creator Series, nicely boxed in this very old, reminiscent, nostalgic box with the Cult team. The Moo is back, guys. Let's flip it around and see what's outlined on the box. 15.6-inch screen, 1080p. Windows 10 Home, we have two USB 3.1s, one USB 2.0, Bluetooth 5.1, USB-C for charging and data. So you can charge it through this. Keep in mind, not a lot of laptops these days give you that option, even gaming laptops. We have micro SD card slot, 256 gigabyte NVMe drive, 8 gigabytes of RAM. Remember, we're gonna update these to 16. And to have dual channel, we always want that for better performance. Ethernet port, 720p camera, and we have HDMI, Wi-Fi, obviously, two mini display ports. These days, rarity. Not a lot of companies and not a lot of even gaming, much more expensive gaming laptops offer that. The coveted. My filming was rudely interrupted by FedEx, but hey, at least I got this. HP Omen, another laptop that we're going to be looking at very soon. But back into the Gateway. As mentioned, RTX 2060, 10th generation Core i5-10300H, and that's about it. Let's go ahead and open it, see what's inside. Nicely packaged. You will see we have 3 recycled foams, keep it very protected. We're gonna take these out. I'm gonna pull the laptop out first. Okay, we have a little box. I think this is the box that contains the power supply. Let's check it out real quick. Yes, this is the power supply. We have a regular Mickey Mouse style cable, and the power supply is made by FSP Group, which is Fortron, and it's rated at 180 watts. Not bad. Barrel style connector we have right there. So we'll see how that performs with this power supply. Honestly, I was expecting a little bit higher wattage, but maybe it doesn't need it, right? All right, laptop in place. We have a couple things on top. We'll take that away. Let me pull these protectors out and throw them off to the side. Nicely covered in this protective recycled fabric cloth, which we're gonna leave on the bottom. But we're first gonna look at these little things here in the pouch. So what we have is a little quick start guide to show us where the different ports, where to plug in our power, what else is included, the different ports and everything. So that's nice quick start guide. We have some limited warranty information card as well, and THX pamphlet because the speakers are tuned by THX. I'm not expecting them to be anything crazy nice or loud because we know how laptop speakers are, but who knows, they might surprise us. But a giant sticker on the back, and let me see if I can peel that off. One of the greatest things about this chassis is almost entirely made out of metal. Will help with heat dissipation, and of course it's much better than plastic. Cool to the touch, metal cover, nice old school Gateway logo on the back. So let's go through the ports. On the left side we have headphones, microphone, USB 2.0, RJ45 LAN, exhaust port for the ventilation, and on the right side another exhaust point for the ventilation, 2 USB 3.1 SD card slot. Great to see that added. A lot of companies these days don't add this, even in more expensive laptops, which I don't understand. It's always good to have something like this if you want to edit videos on the go or transfer some data. And on the back is the majority of the AIO, power connector, USB-C for charging and data, as mentioned. You have HDMI and 2 mini display ports. Excellent AIO. I'm glad it's in the back, especially the power connector. Be out of the way. Vent points on both sides, and you see how thin this chassis is. I'm actually surprised. It's probably thinner than that previous Asus VivoBook I showed you. Super nice, definitely a lot thinner than the HP Pavilion gaming laptop. Keyboard is covered with the fabric. We'll move that out of the way. And more plastic that's covering the palm rest. We're gonna peel that off as well. And another plastic piece on top of the touchpad, which is showing us double tap in the corner to turn on and off the touchpad. We have a nice metal surface on the top. Again, helps with heat dissipation, much more comfortable. Sticker placement is perfect on the lower right corner where your palms are not laying on top of it, rubbing against it. It's not gonna create discomfort or anything like that, so I'm happy about this. On the left side, we have a little THX branding. Gateway on the top, very tasteful. Power button, and we have the performance switch button next to it. Glad that those are separated and dedicated buttons. And we have the numeric keys, full-size arrow keys right here. Shifts are big. Typing it on, actually, it's not too mushy. The spacing between the keys is nice. I really like this keyboard. But before we turn it on and do some things, you know the drill. We're gonna flip it around. We're gonna open it. We're gonna upgrade the storage. We're gonna upgrade the memory. We're gonna see what else we can upgrade. So yeah, let's go in and check that out. All right, now we actually, before start removing the screws and removing the back of it, we're gonna look at how things are laid out. I'm super happy to see a giant ventilation in the back, a lot of perforations for those fans to breathe. Even here in the front, we have perforations for where the memory is, an NVMe drive. This one is manufactured in August 2020, so very recently. We have a Windows sticker here, and some of you that are familiar with this laptop, you will see that we are missing this warranty voided sticker. Gateway places one right here, but I peeled that off right away. Unfortunately, it didn't show it on the camera, but keep that in mind. There is no such a thing as warranty void in the US. I don't know why they even bother placing that, because legally they cannot stop you from claiming warranty issues. And of course, you're allowed to open it and do your own upgrades. It's a gaming laptop after all. So let's go ahead and open it up. Regular Phillips screws. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 screws. So we're gonna go ahead and remove those. So once you remove the screws, be careful. Go around the edges with a plastic card, something like that, or old credit card, and just pry gently. It's very easy actually to remove it. It's not anything crazy, fairly easy compared to a lot of other laptops that I've tried in the past. But bottom, it's actually plastic, which is fine, not bad at all. What do we have here? We have a little cooling pad they put in that lays right on top of the NVMe drive. Very nice, but you'll see how much perforations are on this lid. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 heat pipes, 2 vents, one for the GPU, one for the CPU. We have our Intel Wi-Fi AX200, so we don't need to upgrade this one. Perfect, it's coming with Intel already. The battery is on the small side, so we have 46.74 watt hour battery, and definitely there's room for more. They could have placed a bigger one since they're not leaving you any cages for additional storage here. Ideally, I would have loved to see maybe 2.5-inch drive space right here if it was possible, but unfortunately they didn't put the cage. I guess cost cutting somewhere. But we have another slot right here for NVMe drive, and they left you the little screw there. which is great because a lot of companies will have that and make you look for your own screw. So what am I going to use to upgrade this is this 500 gigabytes Crucial NVMe drive. Grab this from Amazon for less than 50 bucks a couple months back. So we're going to install that in. We're going to expand our storage because, you know, for gaming, we definitely want to have a separate storage and not use that dedicated Windows drive, which is not too big anyway. Here it is, our Crucial NVMe drive. See how the speeds of this one is compared to the one on the stock drive. I'm gonna remove the screw, nice and easy. We're gonna put our drive right into the slot until you hear this tiny click getting inside there. We're gonna put our screw back into the slot. I'm not sure what the branding of the main NVMe drive is, so let me see if I can pull it out and actually see. Phison, not familiar with that. We'll see what actually Windows will show as branding on this NVMe drive. And as for RAM, it comes with 8 gigabytes Crucial, 3200 megahertz, CL22. These are so common. I grabbed another one of those. I'm gonna put it on the backside and upgrade it. Just keep in mind, it's probably gonna run at 2933 because this is the default for Intel, unlike the ones we have for AMD. Put that in place and click it down. And now for the other side, like I mentioned, I have another one of these I ordered from Amazon. It's about $33 for 8 gigabytes. We're gonna take this, we're gonna flip these covers on the other side and I put it in place, click it down. So now we have upgraded memory, 16 gigabytes of DDR4 by Crucial. We have upgraded another 500 gigabytes NVMe drive, again by Crucial. I didn't even think about matching those companies together, but hey, we have the memory and the NVMe drive. Stock NVMe drive, we're gonna close it up, we're gonna fire it up, and we'll see how it performs. All right, now that we have everything back together, everything in place, we're gonna flip around, turn it on, and here it is. I see it from now. This metal surface will be a fingerprint magnet, but hey, better have metal than plastic, right? One hand opening, it's not gonna work. The bottom is not that heavy, but yeah, let's turn it on, see if there's any juice in the battery. Hopefully we don't have to charge it right away. We have LED indicator on the power button, and right next to it we have indicator for charging and indicator for the caps lock. Starting up right away. Gateway, even on camera, you can see the viewing angles of the IPS screen. This is a big, kind of narrow angle, but you can see everything on the screen. You notice the difference between the HP Pavilion gaming laptop, the Asus VivoBook. This screen is definitely a lot better. Not only it's faster, 120 Hertz, but it's IPS. We'll see what the response time it is. I'm not expecting it to be anything too fast, but at the same time, it's still 120, better than 60, so we'll see how that goes. One of the negatives of this specific chassis and screen is the camera placement is right here, so you got this chin or nose cam, but it can be used in a pinch if you need it for Skype call or something like that. Better have it than not have it. What Asus is doing with their gaming series, removing the cameras, I'm not a huge fan of. Placing it down there, again, it's not ideal, but hey, at least it's there and you can use it, right? Now around the screen we actually have a nice...
I'm Cortana and I'm here to help.
So you can see on the side of the screen, we actually have a nice rubber trim that extends all the way around to cushion that screen. Very, very nice touch. I'm gonna go through the setup and we're gonna go straight to Windows after that. Now that we have everything installed, I wanted to cover a few things this computer offers us. First thing, full RGB keyboard. Initially, I thought it's only monochrome, just one color. But once you open the software, I'm gonna try to go through the software and show you the options. I really like what they're doing here, and I wanna see if it's available to turn off the Optimus, because when it's on, you can't really record your desktop. nVidia is not allowing once detects the other video card. In games, you can record, but not the desktop. Not too much bloatware. A few things that I see I have to remove right away. It's Norton Security Ultra. Wow, interesting, they installed Firefox. A few other things, minor games here and there. Not too much bloatware actually, I was expecting a lot more. Forge of Empires, I guess that's a game, not familiar with it. Some Office things, but when it comes to software from Gateway, there's really not much. There's the THX audio, tune-ups and all that stuff. But let's see if I can show you the software. So once you open the software, first thing you have the lighting effects. You can turn on and off the light on the keyboard. You can actually set up a different timer between 10 seconds and never, That's amazing. I absolutely love that. So after 1 minute, by default, the keyboard will go off, but you can set it up on your own and you can have it on constantly. For the display, they have power source for the display. When you select it at off, select off to turn off the internal display. It close panel only. That must be a bad translation. It close panel only, not set system in sleep. This is set up so when you close the lid, it will not turn off the computer, will not go to sleep, so you can output to external monitor if you want to. Display features, they have standard, gaming, video, reading, and customizable. So when you select any of these options and go to settings, you can adjust your display brightness, contrast, RGB, light of the panel, and all that stuff. I keep it for standard for now. Out of settings, Windows key lock, you can lock your Windows key. USB power, when your PC is powered down or hibernating mode, enable this option. Will keep the USB port active to support USB power. So that's great. If you turn that on, you'll be able to charge your phone or other devices through the USB. And turn off the OSD, disable function key on screen display, which why would you do that? It's great to have it. So when you go through the modes, here you have turbo, gaming, and office, so it shows you on the screen right away. And then when you go to lightning, here we can pick any color for the background, or you can do colorful and it will change. You'll see now the keys go through different colors, so full RGB on the keyboard. I know a lot of people love that, and for the price under $700, I mean, this is a great feature to have. A lot of companies are making you pay a lot extra to get that full RGB keyboard. You even have manual, so you can set up a different color, whatever you want for yourself, and you can adjust even the brightness. I'm gonna keep it at blue for now. Operating mode, you have a control on the fan. The fan can be quiet, set to middle, or loud, or you can select eco mode, which probably is on idle, will turn off the fan even. Now if we go to the gaming mode, the system will decide what fan speed to actually use if you're gaming, depending on the load. And on turbo, the fan is going to be the loudest. You can actually hear on turbo, select fan boost. If you go on fan boost, you can max out the fans, but honestly, they're not sounding that loud. I've heard a lot louder fans in the past from different laptops. These are not the loudest, and you can definitely hear the speakers if you're not using headphones when you game. I'm gonna leave it on game mode. And on system monitor, different animations when you switch between modes. So on the left side, you have the network speed, the battery. On the middle, it's the biggest information. So if you go on the bottom, you have memory. It will show you how much memory is taken, temperature of the SSD drive as well. In the middle is the processor. It will show the load of the processor and the temperature as well. And on the right side is the GPU. It will show the temperature of the GPU and how much is the load on it. And of course, switching between these will give you some more information on the right side as well. But those can be viewed independently as well. Storage information, you have the CPU information and you have the GPU information right here. So quite nice, I have to say. Whoever designed the software, I really like it. Very simple, intuitive, nothing really crazy about it. Now I chose the version. I really like for this price, I think Gateway or Acer, whoever designed this, you know, Tongfeng, they definitely did a great job. I absolutely love what they've done here with this computer. $699, under $700. You know, I paid $650, killer deal. But even at $699, there's no competition for this computer. You get RTX 2060. You got later generation Intel i5 10300H. You got 120 Hz screen, IPS, almost all metal builds, adequate cooling solution. I think this is probably the best deal you can get this season for a gaming laptop. For that price, there's no really competition. I really like it so far. Obviously, we're gonna have a dedicated video just for gaming for this computer. We're gonna run a bunch of tests, see how it performs, but having RTX 2060, I'm expecting a lot better performance than the HP Pavilion gaming laptop with the 1650. This is a lot better graphics card, and that processor, although not as good as the Ryzen 5 4600H, is still plenty good for gaming. 4 cores, 8 threads. I think it's going to be enough for most of our games. Full RGB keyboard, metal build, adequate cooling solution. And that's pretty much it, guys. Let's go to the conclusion. All right, conclusion time. As always, You guys see, this is a very, very good computer, especially for that price. It's unbeatable. You cannot get another laptop with RTX 2060 that it's under $700, that feature the same specs, that has 120 Hertz screen, that has additional storage space for NVMe drive. You guys see us install an extra one. Very nice, with very well engineered cooling with RTX 2060. Again, I can't emphasize that enough. This is a very good graphics card for a gaming computer. And that highly regarded chassis from Tongfeng, it's very nice, pretty much all around metal, great port selection all around. So I think Walmart and Gateway are doing an excellent job offering that computer. Those of you really that are on the market of getting a gaming computer and don't want to spend too much money, you should definitely consider grabbing this one, because I think it might be the best deal this season. So on the next video, obviously we're gonna run some more extensive tests. We're gonna see how the temps are going. We're gonna see how the performance stacks up in gaming. We're gonna compare it to some other laptops as well. We're gonna do a few other things, and we're gonna jump on to the next one. So we have a lot of laptops to compare. I'm gonna try to push as fast as possible so you can guys see those and make up your decision. If you wanna grab some around these holidays, there's plenty of discounts coming out or going around at the end of the year. So it might be a valuable option. But yeah, that's pretty much it. As always, hit the thumbs up if you liked the video, subscribe if you're new, hit that bell notification to get notified on the next video coming up, which, by the way, the next video is going to be me transferring all the 30L hardware from that case to another Cooler Master case. I'm super excited about that one, to see what kind of temps we're gonna get on that i9-10850K processor with newer cooling solution. But this is for now, and as always guys, you have a wonderful day.